Hey guys, TTL or Test the Limit here, and today I'm going to be going over I ganked you mom, and he's a Morgana jungle player. He is currently Grandmaster on NA, and I'm just going to show off Morgana's clear mainly. This is patch 11.10, and I do want to mention really quick, so there is one way that you can do things, and he actually doesn't do this. And I do want to point out Morgana's clear does not need to do this. It just saves you 5 or 6 seconds. It's not that big, but it does allow you to maybe get an extra gank off before the scuttle crab. And what this is you auto attack from like your max range, which is around right here. You auto the red buff, and then you kite it to about right here. You auto the closest raptor in this corner, and then you lead both the raptors and the red buff into this general area, and you spam your W. And the reason this is so good is if you read Morgana's passive, it's Soul Siphon, which heals you for 20% of the damage dealt to from abilities to large minions, medium and large jungle monsters, and champions. And her W actually reduces the cooldown by 5% every time that passive procs. So if you get the red buff and the big raptor in one area and it's both being hit by your W, it counts as 2 procs of Soul Siphon. So you're able to use your W twice as much. Now you don't need to do that. He finishes his clear at like 310 or 311. Even without doing that, he just starts red. So you don't need to do that. I just wanted to point that out, that that is technically the fastest clear. Although it is very hard to do, and if you're new to Morgana and you're watching this video to learn how to clear as Morgana, I recommend just starting red and not trying to do both at the same time. So he wards his blue early on. Oh, and the only other area you have to do that is at blue and Gromp, and you just pull your blue and your Gromp and then do them both right here. And that's a lot simpler than the other way with the red raptors. So you do start W, and it's pretty self-explanatory other than doing the blue and Gromp at the same time. Now, like I said, you could do red and raptors, but it is a little bit complicated, and if you are new to Morgana, I do not recommend it. So you just kite your red over. While you're kiting to the next camp, you want to be sure that the camp stays on your W for as long as possible so that you do get that cooldown reset. And you can see he is just spamming W like crazy. Now I did notice in his clear that he uses his Q a lot. That is not necessary. They will die to the W in a lot of these occurrences, but he doesn't run out of mana. So, I mean, there's no real big reason not to use Q. But just know if you do use Q off cooldown, you will lose your mana. And yeah, you just do your clear like normal. Like I said, just make sure they're on the W for the longest length possible. And then, like I said, he will carry his blue to his Gromp and then use W so that it gets off cooldown as soon as possible. And I think his clear is done at 310. 309. 309 is when he finishes his clear. So if he would have done Raptors and Red at the same time, it probably would have been like 304. But it's not that big of a deal just because he finishes before Scuttle Crab. As long as you're finishing your first clear before that Scuttle Crab, there's no real reason that you need to try and do it faster. So he's healthy. He has blue for his mana, and he has full cleared before 315, which allows him to get this scuttle. And I'm not sure if he ganks mid after that or tries to go down and double scuttle if he wants to. But yeah, that's how you first clear on Morgana. Hopefully this helped out a little bit. If you want to, I do recommend trying out, once you get a few games under your belt, doing Raptors and Red at the same time. So you need to stand at around this area, this little corner of the tree. And that's like kind of the sweet spot to make the Raptors not reset on you, because they will reset if you're standing over here and or like closer to this circle, the red will reset. You're over here, raptors reset. So it does take some practice, but once you get that sweet spot, that's when it gets really good, and you can get like 304 or 303 clears and get an extra gank out before scuttle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment on if you want to see anything else. And I'll see you guys next time. I know there was a lot of talking and I apologize, but yeah, see you guys next time.